Everyone is saying that everyone can build their own SaaS app now, but what I'm about to tell you is a bit different. If you look at those SaaS apps, I think you can directly see that they all look like each other, feel like each other, and basically offer a bit the same. It's all a Lovable app with a super-based database behind it. What people actually mean when they say that everyone can now build every SaaS app out there is more of like everyone can prototype their ideas. And I 100% completely agree with that. Everyone can now work out their ideas into a working prototype, which is awesome. But when you look at those successful and large SaaS apps, the reason why they are so successful and large is because of their backend work. It's because of what happens when you click a button or when you log into your dashboard in the morning and there's all this data. And yeah, for sure it looks nice, but the reason that people are paying for it is because of the backend. So, short introduction from my side. My name is Luuk and I'm the founder of Everyman AI and They Do AI. And I've built multiple SaaS apps and now I'm teaching others the same on my YouTube channel. So enjoy the video and let's head straight in. So actually Lovable is just a front end and the real value is in the back end. And I already hear you say, we got n8n for that. And yeah, n8n is cool, but it only works for prototyping, let's be honest. Because if you're looking to scale your app, if you're looking to make something highly custom, or if you just don't want to pay hundreds of dollars for your app to run, then n8n is not the right fit. Think about all these large businesses. They are not using n8n in their backend workflows. They're all using custom code. So I'm not here to shit on n8n, I'm here to tell you what is going to work. And I think you can already see it coming. It's AI and AI coding. Because now it's not really about coding and understanding the syntax. It's more about being able to envision what you want to build and then be an architect around that. And this changes everything because the barrier of coding is gone. And yeah, for sure, there are a few things that AI still has a hard time building, but think about it 1 year or 2 years in the future. The models will become better and better, and you being an orchestrator around those models is going to change everything. So enough talking for now. I've built an app and I think it's super interesting to see what a Lovable app can become when you add a nice backend behind it. So what we'll do is I will shortly go through my app. I will explain to you in 30 seconds what we've built and then jump straight into the code that's actually behind my business. And I don't want to become commercial here, so it's just for you understanding what I've built and then directly jumping into the value. So let's go. Okay, so this is our app and basically what we do. People can create a campaign, they can tell us what kind of leads they are looking for. We'll go and look for those leads and then we'll send emails out to those leads. So we have our dashboard all made with Lovable. We have our analytics page all done with Lovable. We can create campaigns all done with Lovable. We have our outreach page where we can select data. We can do some research into what is happening. And this looks great, but the real value is in the backend. So what I've created here is I have this Figma file which lists all our endpoints, and we have two different kind of endpoints. We have timer endpoints and HTTP endpoints. The difference is those are, for example, on midnight, we want to generate the emails for a user. We have a send cycle, so this means that we'll send out all the emails that are scheduled. We process ICP leads, so this means that we check the ICP, so this means, is this lead good enough for our campaign? We send a daily summary email, we do a weekly email, we check the email metrics, and this is all scheduled. We then have some HTTPS endpoints, and this means that when someone clicks a button, something happens, or when a webhook is triggered, it will trigger one of those endpoints. And this is working amazing for me, and it's all because I have this stack and it's working, and I can now super quickly, when I have a new idea tomorrow, I can super quickly switch from this idea to my new idea. So when I now go to my code and I go to my function app, and this is basically, it's a pretty large file. this is the main file for my app. So all the endpoints are hosted in here. So we have a timer trigger and we have a route. And a route is an HTTP trigger. And the route is an HTTP trigger, so an API endpoint that we can call. And those are just scheduled functions. So every 5 minutes, we check if we need to send any emails. Every 10 minutes, we use the daily routing. And this workflow works amazing for me. And one thing that might be very interesting to show, and that is actually how I am quickly developing new features for my app. It's because I have this syntax. So for example, those, but also I have complete files for my agents that I'm using. If I want a new agent, I just copy paste my existing agent. So for example, this is one agent. It's pretty large already. It's like 1200 lines, but it's all generated by AI. And it took me a few hours to implement this, all because I have existing agents. So what I do, if I now want to create a new agent, I copy paste this. I then go to Claude, and I think Claude is way better at this than ChatGPT. But I go to Claude, I then say, so I want to create an AI agent for a landing page, basically put it into a meet our agent section where people who land on a landing page can actually start talking with the AI agent so they understand how this platform works. And what I then do is I have this file with an existing agent, the exact agent framework that I'm using. I'm using OpenAI Agent SDK. But I have this file already working. I then provide it to Claude and I say, please repurpose it for our agent. So it understands exactly how to create the agent, and literally in 2 tries, it worked. And the first one didn't work because it generated it with Firebase, and I'm now using Supabase because obviously we want to store data and stuff like that. But now it got our second version of the agent and it already worked. So then I put it into our function app here. It's obviously an API endpoint. It's called landing chat, and we have a request body. We parse it and we then just provide it to our function that handles all the agent stuff. And then you can, on your Azure, because you need to install it in Cursor. If you want to know more about that, please let me know in the comments. But we have all our functions listed here. We can then just say deploy to Azure, and it's deployed. We'll go to our Azure app, get our endpoint, and we're done. So one thing that I then made that was not in the initial version of the agent was I wanted it to also act on the landing page. And this means it was not only generating answers, but I wanted it to first trying to sell our product. But then once it had a user that said, yes, I'm interested in this, once it saw the interest of the user, it was going to say, okay, do you want to sign yourself up? We have this free trial. And if the user said yes, we have, let me see here. In our main file, we provided here. We have this output format that has the redirect value. And when this is set to sign up, so Lovable now can see if we get a redirect that says sign up, we'll actually start navigating the user in our landing page. Okay, so this is the landing page that we were talking about. If we scroll down here, we have meet our AI agent. And if I now say here, sign me up, please. Obviously, we want to skip the whole selling stuff. So we go straight into sign me up, please. It will then return /sign up at the redirect field. We get sent to the sign up page. So I think this is super cool. This is super nice for businesses who want their sales AI agent on their page. And because we had the basis, we had the core of our AI agent, it was now super simple, like 2 hours work to implement a whole AI agent like this on the website. So backend work, definitely worth it. Definitely making the change here. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. If you want to know more about specific parts of this video, let me know. I'll make a video about this. So see you in the next one.